Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing a timepiece that represents one of the largest and sportiest offerings from NOMOS Glashutte. This, launched in 2013, is the NOMOS Glashutte Ahoi, a timepiece 40.3 millimeters. Yes, 40.3, they're very precise, in stainless steel. It's also relatively slender for a 200-meter water-resistant automatic watch and only 10.9 millimeters thick. Broad across the wrist, for a NOMOS at least, it's 50.9 millimeters from lug to lug, with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The timepiece features a shell cordovan, poreless, seamless, ungrained, shell cordovan horse leather strap from the Horween Leather Company of Chicago. It's a lovely piece. It's very durable. It's the same material that polo boots are generally constructed of, and you can see it's paired with a NOMOS polished stainless steel pin buckle. This seamless profile has a rusticated bottom, and as you can see, sheer construction on the sides. You can see the layers with a monotone stitch. Quite handsome. It's joined to lugs that are designed specifically to clash with the rounded, largely seamless and unbroken profile of the case. As you can see, these are highly angular lugs. You will find them elsewhere in the NOMOS catalog, but they're particularly apropos here because they create a little bit of a calculated asymmetry, a jarring aspect on a watch that shouldn't be too facile to the eye. And that is NOMOS design. It's always seeking to challenge with all of the excitement in the details. Now you can see that the width of the lugs, almost identical to the width of the bezel, almost identical to the width of the crown, almost identical to the width of the hour and minute hands. And this kind of design parallelism is deliberate at NOMOS. You can see shouldered crown guards for the screw-down crown, and it is a 200-meter water-resistant swimmable timepiece. Though not a dive watch, it's often misidentified as a dive watch, but it is not an ISO 6425 diver. It is, however, very swimmable. The dial is a lovely satin silver grain. It has a very slight pebbly finish that Patek Philippe would describe as opaline. You can see radially arrayed indices as well as radially arrayed Arabic numerals. You can see luminescent indices outboard of the numbers, but take a look at the details as there's a slight black border around each of the luminescent patches so that they stand out better by day. There's also a lovely countersunk and snailed subregister for seconds. And then you can see that a small amount of color, just a little bit of a key lime tinge, is invested on the luminova of the hands themselves. The timepiece is easy to read by day and, of course, beautiful to regard on its reverse side. This is the NOMOS Caliber Epsilon, 26 joules automatic winding with bidirectional action. You can see there's a little reversing rocker like a JLC 889 to ensure that whichever direction the rotor moves, the watch will nevertheless always wind the mainspring barrel in the correct direction. You can see how that works. 43-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibrations per hour, so it's a high-beat modern movement. It has the bidirectional winding. It features a stop seconds or hacking function. And as you can see, it's nicely decorated with a few nods to traditional Saxon watchmaking, including the three-quarter style bridge structure underneath, as well as the Glashutte stripes. And you can see that there are fire-blued screws. These are not chemically dyed. They are kiln-fired or tempered blue. We also have a lovely double spiral system. If you could see this double spiral system of finish on the ratchet wheel for the watch, that is executed by hand. They have an artisan at NOMOS who does just this wheel again and again. It's a very specific talent that that person has. You'll also appreciate the fact that there is a rather dramatic pocket watch inspired click and click spring. You can see the click right next to the ratchet wheel, and then you can see the click spring with a fantastic arc across the bridges over to the click. It is a beautiful looking movement, though principally machine finished. There are some craft finished elements like the reduction, or I should say the ratchet wheel, as well as the blued screws. Handsome to look at and plenty water resistant in this case. That is a movement that gives the watch an in-house pedigree inside and out. The design is all NOMOS. You can't mistake it for anything else. But if you want a NOMOS that isn't perhaps undersized for modern male tastes, and you want one that you can wear on occasions when you might get very sweaty or outright soaked, then you have to go with something like the NOMOS Ahoi that has the water resistance and the toughness to cut it. See this stainless steel 40.3mm automatic NOMOS Ahoi and make it yours on the Watchbox. NOMOS Ahoi by night.